Good morning, everybody. It is a rainy day, as I said earlier, and I thought it would be a great time to do some kitchen science. So I looked in my pantry to see what I had, and I had salt, and I had dish soap. I had vinegar, and I added a little food coloring to that vinegar. Of course, I had the food coloring to add, and I had some pepper, and I also had water and milk and an egg. And I thought, what fun things can I do with all this? And I had a great idea. So, the first thing I want to show y'all are musical glasses. Ask your mom and dad and take some glasses out of your pantry and add water to them. Use a pencil to tap the side. What pretty tones. You can change the tone, the pitch of the note that it plays. By adding water, you lower the pitch. And so when you strike the side of the glass, it sets up a series of vibrations through that glass. And by adding water, you're slowing the vibrations, because think how heavy water is. And when you're trying to push through it, like in a bathtub, it gives some resistance. And so that's what it's doing to the vibrations. It's resisting and slowing them down, which lowers the note. And so this is how it lowers it. Listen to this. It was really fun. So water glasses are one thing you could have fun with. And if you have enough food coloring, you might even be able to make a rainbow and play a rainbow on a rainy day. What a fun thing to do. Something else you can do is play with surface tension. Water, liquid, milk, they all have surface tension. It's like a skin on top of the water or on top of the milk. And so you could pour a little bit of milk into a great big old pan like this. And then, let's see, we'll put a little drop of food coloring here and here. And, ooh, maybe that's the red food coloring. Maybe I'll add some yellow food coloring. A drop here, and a drop here, and maybe even a drop there. And then I'm going to come back in with the blue food coloring, and I'm going to add a drop here, and a drop here, and then I'm going to come in with some soap, and I'm going to bring the camera over so you can see what happens when I add the soap. The soap breaks the surface tension. Whoops, can you see that? The soap breaks the surface tension and the colors explode. Once you've done it once, you have to clean the container to do it again, because the soap will adhere and keep the surface tension broken. But let's see here. I've got some muffin tins with the milk also. Can y'all see those? And so I'm gonna do the mini tins. Once again, I'm gonna add some red to one, and I'm gonna add some blue, and if it starts exploding before the color, when the color gets in there, it means that I didn't clean all the soap out of it earlier. So just remember that. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of soap, and let's see them explode. Red, explode, whoa! Look at that, and it keeps moving around and moving around, and if you add different colors, it moves even better. Whoa! Blue, it explodes, and yellow, and yellow. Oh my goodness, they're exploding. Oh wow, that's fun. Now there's water in the second level of muffin tins. And in that water, I thought we could add some pepper to show you surface tension there. So I'm gonna add pepper and pepper and pepper. Oh my goodness, I'm just covering the top with pepper, aren't I? And what my kids and I used to do was we'd say, repel them, make those ants go away. And I'd put a drop of soap in, and oh my goodness, it breaks the surface tension and pushes all the pepper over to one side. Let's try that again. Repel them, make those ants go away. Wow, it's like magic. Again, repel them, make those ants go away. Oh my goodness. 1 and 2. Wow. There we go. So that shows you how surface tension or skin works. You break the skin and it shrinks in, and so it shrinks in to contain the pepper. And then I wanted to show you exploding volcanoes. If you've got a little baking soda, and whoops, I forgot and I threw out the container because I used all my baking soda for you guys. But a little baking soda and a little vinegar. You're mixing an acid, which is the vinegar, with a base, which is the baking soda, and it's gonna cause a reaction. Look at the foaming bubbles. Look at the foaming bubbles. Whoa, whoa. Oh my gosh. Wow, that is so exciting. And you could do that with different colors, even with food coloring. But that's the chemical reaction that's forming carbon dioxide, which is the bubbly stuff. And you could actually stir it up like this and add a little bit more vinegar and it would explode again. So you don't have to keep using brand new baking soda every single time if you don't have a whole lot of baking soda in your pantry. And then the last thing I want to show you, a fun thing to do, is making an egg float. So, have you ever seen a floating egg? Here's a glass of water, and I'm going to put an egg into it, like that. And the egg sinks to the bottom. Mamas, daddies, if you ever put an egg in a jar and or in some water and it floats, don't eat it. It means it's rotten. It's gotten all gassy on the inside. But a fresh egg will sink to the bottom of a glass. And so we've got that there. And then I've got some salt water. And I'm going to very carefully add this salt water so that it flows down the side to the bottom, because salt water is heavier or more dense than fresh water. And think about when you go to the beach and you go swimming at the beach, and it's so much easier to float at the beach. Well, it's because the salt takes up so much space in the water. It's thick and it makes it easier to float. And looky there, by pouring the salt water down the side of the glass, it sank to the bottom underneath the fresh water and it made the egg float. So there are lots and lots and lots of fun experiments that you can do at home, and I hope that you will have fun doing them. And so I want to say goodbye for now, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Mwah.